We are coming down to the wire and things are starting to get real dicey. Let's talk about the penultimate episode of season 3 of Reacher with full spoilers. The buildup that this show has been doing for the season to the ultimate finale that we are going to be getting with Reacher up against Xavier Quinn has been incredible in my mind. I think that they have been doing so many interesting things to not just this character, but the overall story to build up to that moment that we have been waiting to see since we got introduced to all of this. And it continued this episode, and even more so. We are picking ourselves back up after last week's episode where Reacher's cover was blown. They are trying to figure out how to get to McCabe and get to Bazaar and make sure that he is being held responsible for everything that he is doing, while Reacher is also dealing with this dilemma that, he obviously he likes to follow the rules and he wants to do things by the book, but also at the same time, because of their history and because of what Xavier Quinn did in the past to his former protege, he wants to make sure that Xavier Quinn does not leave alive. And that obviously puts him in a very, very difficult situation because Duffy, she wants to go by the books because she's a DEA agent. She has to follow certain rules. So they end up going to the ATF. And obviously that's not going to go well with Reacher. Now, he does kind of go with, with the flow. He follows the rules. But then once they get on site to where they're going to come face to face with Quinn, he obviously breaks loose. He does the classic Reacher thing where he's going to go off on his own, lone gunslinger, and ultimately finding out that that plan and what they were going to, do with Xavier Quinn and Beck was a trap. And that is where the episode ended. Now, obviously, a lot of other important things happened in the episode between all of that. Duffy and Reacher finally got together. The sexual tension between these characters over the last couple of episodes, and really over the whole season, has been crazy, and we knew it was all coming, and it finally happened this episode. And after last week's episode of getting Neely back, after McCabe sent a couple of guys after her, she is doing some digging on her own, trying to help Reacher, and she's back, not just in this episode, but also in the finale as part of the team, helping out Reacher because she knows how incredibly important this is, because Reacher has informed her in the past about Xavier Quinn and what he had done previously. It's honestly set up for an incredibly awesome, badass finale. Like, there are so many pieces right now that could go off in absolute fireworks. I'm very curious how some of these characters make it out of this, specifically people like Zachary and Richard Beck. I have a feeling Zachary Beck may not make it out, but Richard will. And then obviously the showdown between Reacher and McCabe, but also Paulie and Reacher. I mean, it's going to be an absolutely massive finale, and I just can't wait to see it.